You've probably lived with a cat for years. You feed them, you clean up after them, you let them sleep on your face at 3 a.m., and you think you know them. But I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to see your cat completely differently. Some of these facts are bizarre, some are surprisingly emotional, and at least one of them is going to make you stop and look at your cat like, who are you? Let's get into it. Okay, first one. Your cat has a third eyelid. Seriously. It's called the nictitating membrane, and it hides in the inner corner of the eye. You've probably seen it, that pale, filmy thing that appears when your cat is half asleep and looks like something out of a horror movie. It's actually doing an important job, protecting and lubricating the eye. But here's the thing, if you can see it all the time, even when your cat is wide awake, that can be a sign something's wrong. It's one of those small things that's easy to miss, but really worth paying attention to. Have you ever noticed how precise a cat's walk looks? There's a reason for that. Cats use something called direct registering. Their back paws land in almost the exact same spot their front paws just left, every single step. It makes them nearly silent when they move, and it reduces the chance of snapping a twig or rustling leaves. This isn't a quirk. It's millions of years of evolution turning your cat into one of the most efficient hunters on the planet. Your sofa just happens to be the savannah now. Speaking of hunting, when your cat scratches your couch, they're not doing it to destroy your furniture. Well, maybe a little, but there's actually more going on. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads, so every time they scratch something, they're leaving behind an invisible chemical message, a signature, basically a post that says, "This is mine." So when your cat goes straight for the corner of the sofa, they're not being destructive, they're being territorial. In the most cat way possible. Cats sleep up to 16 hours a day. I know, the dream. But it's not laziness. Cats evolved as predators who burn enormous amounts of energy in short, explosive bursts, chasing, pouncing, fighting. So between those moments, their bodies are designed to conserve as much energy as possible. All that sleeping? That's your cat being biologically optimized. Honestly, kind of impressive when you think about it that way. This one's important. An unspayed female cat can produce dozens of kittens in her lifetime, multiple litters a year, with multiple kittens per litter. The numbers compound fast. One cat can become dozens within just a few years. It's one of the biggest reasons spaying and neutering matters so much, not just for individual cats, but for entire communities dealing with feral and stray populations. If you haven't already, it's one of the most impactful things you can do as a cat owner. When cats lick each other, it has a name. Allo-grooming. And it's not just about hygiene, it's a bonding ritual. Cats groom the cats they trust. And here's the part that gets me. When your cat licks you, they're doing the same thing. They're treating you like one of their own. That's not just cute. That's your cat genuinely expressing connection in the language they were built to use. Okay, you've heard cats always land on their feet, and while cats do have an incredible righting reflex, they can actually twist their body mid-air to reorient themselves, they are absolutely not immune to injury. Short falls can sometimes be more dangerous than longer ones, because the cat doesn't have enough time to fully right themselves before impact. So if your cat takes a fall, don't just assume they're fine because they landed upright. Check on them. Cats didn't just wander into human civilization, they were brought there intentionally. When European settlers crossed the Atlantic, they brought cats with them, specifically to control rodents on ships and in their new settlements. Cats were working animals, protecting food supplies from the very beginning. The pampered house cat lounging in a sunbeam today? Direct descendant of a ship's rat catcher. Honestly, they've earned the nap. Here's one I love. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest scientific minds in history, wrote about being fascinated by static electricity as a child after petting his cat. Now, it's not like the cat caused the theory of electricity, but Tesla himself reflected on that moment as something that sparked his curiosity about the natural world. There's something kind of beautiful about that. A kid, a cat, and a spark, literally. And finally, your cat, the one who knocks things off tables and stares at the wall at midnight, is a direct descendant of the African wildcat. Genetically, they're remarkably close to their wild ancestors. That's why domesticated cats still stalk, still hunt, still guard territory, still operate on predator instincts even if their prey is a piece of string or a laser dot. You're not living with a pet. You're living with a miniature apex predator who has decided, for now, that you're worth keeping around. So here's the thing about cats. The more you understand why they do what they do, the more fascinating they become. Every weird behavior, every strange quirk, every inexplicable 3 a.m. sprint through the hallway. It all makes sense when you look at what they actually are. Which fact hit different for you? Drop the number in the comments. I read every single one, and I genuinely want to know. And if you want to keep going deeper into the science, the history, and the genuinely wild biology behind the animals we share our lives with, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We put out new videos every week, and I promise, the rabbit hole goes a lot further than you think. I'll see you in the next one.